Okay, so 2025 was without question the best conference season yet for goRIA.com. I had a lot of content, and we are just now playing catch up on putting all of that, what was live content at the conference, up onto the Investment News subsite, goRIA.com, which is up there today, the newest one, I should say, that we've just uploaded from my time in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, for the JOLT conference, which was just an amazing conference. I mean, just a ton of fun, a lot of big personalities, and a lot of great information all about marketing. So, as I like to do on these Wednesday afternoons at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, is put a little spotlight on what is new at www.goRIA.com. And what is new is we've uploaded that content onto the site. So let me share my screen. Let's see here. Here we go. And I'll share the correct screen, of which I have multiple. All right, here we are. So all you need to do is go to www.goria.com. That's going to take you right to the site, as you can see here. And then what you want to do is go to the On Location section, right? We, of course, have a lot of podcasts, but this one here is On Location. And for those of you new to this, we started this a couple of years ago, and this is where I go to various conferences, of which we're up to about 10 conferences a year now, and we do live interviews. So all of these have already been pushed out live through the various investment news channels, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, Facebook, so on and so forth. But now we put them up onto the site. So I'm a little bit backlogged, as you can see here. June 10th is when this was, but better late than never. So here's a quick rundown of what you'll see right now up on goRIA.com in the On Location section. So we have, of course, Robert Sophia, co-founder and CEO of Snappy Kracken. This was the JOLT Snappy Kracken conference, of course. And we talked about sort of a preview, what to expect from the conference. And then right now we have Diana Cabrisi, who's just absolutely fantastic. She's a regular guest of ours on goRIA. You will know her as a fractional chief evangelist, and she does a lot of great work on the all the socials for this. And she helped us do a conference wrap-up. Then we have Brendan Fraser, right, who, of course, is the Chief Behavioral Officer over at RFG. And he talked about how to max out your post-breakaway freedom, right, which we talk about a lot here, of course, on goRIA, on all the cool things that perhaps you were not able to do at your broker-dealer, and now in the much more freedom, I should say, or he tried to say, the freedom that you have in the space of the RIA, a little tongue-tied this morning, to market your firm and incorporate things like BFI. Sorry about that. Trying to do two things at once, which I should not do when I'm recording a promo. Okay, then we have Meg Carpenter, of course, is the co-founder and the CEO of FICOM. And she talked about what's important about your marketing campaign and how about ROI, right? So as you might imagine, at the JOLT conference, Snappy Kracken, it's all things marketing and getting your word out there. And one of the things I always find very important about whenever you write a check from your firm, whether it's for technology or for compliance or, of course, for marketing, what's the value? What's the ROI? So she does a great job talking about that. Had a chance to catch up with another regular guest and good friend of mine, Larry Sprung, and we talked, of course, about joy, which is one of his trademarked taglines. And we talked about, can going RIA bring you joy? No surprises here, it sure can. Then Brian Thorpe, who's the founder and CEO of Wealth Tender, talked about how you can safely, underscore safely, staying compliant, how can you safely incorporate client testimonials into your practice. Then we talked to Cheryl Nash, a little bit off topic from marketing, but she was there and she really has some exciting things to talk about in the alt space. And we talked about what is new in alts and how about alts in your UMA. Sound impossible? Well, it's not. So again, not marketing in this particular case, but when we're at these conferences, sometimes I have the ability to speak with some of these real subject matter experts. And if it's off topic, we're happy to do it. And boy, that was a really interesting conversation with what Cheryl has cooking there. Liz Fritz, we talked about, and I should say, as you may know already, she's the chief brand evangelist over at F2 Strategies. And we talked about AI and how it helps human advisors actually be more human. So much talk about AI these days. Is it going to replace humans? No, I don't think anyone really thinks that. But it's certainly going to help us do more, perhaps with less. Then let's see, we have one last one, and this here goes into the NorCal, and that's Michael Kitz's, of course, but that was not at the Jolt. So the last one from Jolt is Mark Silverman, who's the founder of Silverman and Associates, and he does a lot of great stuff with podcasting and really interesting, unique marketing articles that I'm smiling here. I forgot we did a little bit of a flex off, which I lost terribly. Mark is in incredibly great shape. But that's not what we talked about, or at least not the entire live stream. What we did talk about is how marketing as an RIA versus marketing as a rep at a wirehouse. And no surprise if you've been following goRIA for a while, I'm going to highlight some meaningful advantages of marketing your own RIA versus the guardrails that tend to be up at the wirehouses. Okay. So that's a little glimpse. Again, all you have to do is go to goRIA.com and you're going to see all this content up live. And you'll see this is back in June. So I still have to post the CFP conference, the FPA conference, and I think there was like 4 other conferences that I've covered since June. So slowly but surely, we are going to put those up there for everyone to take a look at. But do check this out if you missed it live, or even if you saw it live and you want to do a deeper dive. There really is some excellent content here for you to check out. So that's all I have for today's live stream. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next Wednesday, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, with what will be new next week at goRIA.com. Thanks again for joining.